What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiancé video, and this one right here is all about Libby and Andre. And I believe in this episode itself in particular, it's when the family finally get together for that first confrontation. That's what I'm gonna call it. But hey, with that being said though, start off by making sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's get into it.
Baby, you need to take this more seriously.
I've tried too many years now, like to work to get along with these losers. I want to pursue that thing because I don't care about that.
Today is a big day. The entire family.
Imagine someone calling your family losers and you just sit there and say nothing. That that is crazy, man. Like, yo.
Family is getting together for a huge therapy session, and I feel like this is probably going to be one of the last opportunities to mend things with my family. It's really important because with this new baby coming, I absolutely don't want to cut my family out of my life completely. And if we have to leave the country, like, I want to know that I'm leaving on a good note with everyone.
What do you think now? Obama's gonna come?
You need to cut it out with the insults, because that just makes people go from talking to getting physical with each other. Last time we were all together as a family was at the family barbecue.
I mean, I'm definitely happy that she voiced that, because if she didn't, like, come on. Exactly what she said is exactly what would have happened. And my apologies for that sound.
And it was not a fun day.
Look who's back. All the cops. Like I said, don't tell me what to do. This the green I get? Well, you're not doing it, please anymore.
I am worried for my husband and my brother. I don't want them to get into a physical altercation again.
I'm not gonna lie though, yeah, but Charlie's the kind of person that would purposely get himself beaten up just to prove that the other guy's violent. He's that kind of person. I mean, low-key intelligent. I mean, you got a choice. It's either you show the person that you hate that you can beat them up, or you let them beat you up, so you show the family that how bad that person is. I mean, if I was ever in that situation, which I never would be, I would definitely rather be the person that gets beaten up. Yeah, happily take the beating. They be like, "See, I told you." The world that we live in, the evil intentions that we can have sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, we continue.
No. I hope that the therapist is ready for us. That's all I'm really thinking about.
Hi, I'm Gina.
Hello.
Good to meet you. Glad you're here.
Hello.
Hello, Gene.
How's it going, Jack? Hey, what's up? Guess I'm sitting there. So you're wearing a really nice shirt.
You guys are almost twins.
We are totally. It's the same shirt.
You playing that?
Well, yeah, definitely. So walking into the therapy session room, I noticed that Jack has the same shirt as me. I didn't know that he's gonna wear the same shirt. I think wearing the
I don't know why this is a conversation. I really don't care about you two wearing the same shirt. Like, come on.
same shirt. Me and Jack tells that we are on the same side. But I haven't seen Charlie for Bam for a year since the barbecue. And seeing him today, I just hope like that my fist will not talk faster than my mouth.
Jen, nice to meet you. Gene, nice to meet you.
Twinsies? Did you guys plan that?
No.
I'm Gene. Hi, I'm Megan. Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Charlie.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. Please come and sit down. Okay, we're all here. We'll get started.
What I'm trying to hope to get accomplished today is about Andre. If he wants to get aggressive, like I'm gonna defend myself.
Jack and Pam, you wanted this to happen because you felt like it could be really helpful. With that said, I'd like to know from each of you, what would you like to see change?
Before we had these blow-ups, you know, I have a business and my kids worked in my business with me, and you know, we were always attending each other's events. And now we're split. You know, birthday party over here, birthday party over there, Christmas over here, Christmas over there, you know, and it's really hard to have a split family. Dude, you've been living that whole life. What are you talking
Were
about?
things ever normal? Because I feel like how we were raised, our norm is abnormal. Well, what is normal?
I think I understand what she's saying. She grew up in a broken household. Half the kids live with me, the other half with my ex, and you know,
You're
that's all she
obsessed with
really
me. My
knew.
name is Pamela.
My name is Pamela. Put some respect on my name. But I like the fact that they are also digging into the family as well. You know, like pro Andre. That problems have always been there, because you can't ignore that. If you put all the blame on Andre, well, then you're getting nowhere. But anyway, my ex, she's sitting right there. Man like Chuckless. Yes, Chuckless. That's what I'm going to call him. Alright, Chuck.
What you would like is to see people be able to spend time together comfortably and happily again.
Yeah, of course. I just want to say that our family was close until Libby married Andre, and he got in the
From
family.
your perspective,
And
that's the catalyst.
After she got married, her husband got in her ear and basically was trying to be divisive in our family. And then got in my dad's ear, trying to turn my dad against me. No, my relationship with you has been strained, and the reason is because of your disrespect towards me. You text me late at night when you've been drinking, and you say all kinds of nasty, disrespectful things, saying I got the head up Andre's ass, saying I'm a woman, I'm weak, I'm a piece of. That's why you're cut off, because of the disrespect. I can't take it.
What, bro?
Me
You're cut off from my family.
Okay.
You know, this is good. This is really good. Love Chuck's response, and you know what? I actually like Charlie's facial expression, which exposes that he's a problem. You know what I mean? But he's just sitting and smirking, not taking his dad seriously. It shows us how disrespectful he is and how he doesn't have respect for his father, to be fair, which is the key thing, because if he pretends that he doesn't, we wouldn't really see it. I like the fact that he's actually being himself, because we can actually really see who he really is, you know what I mean? Rather than covering up who he is. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Because of disrespect, Charlie, those things that you say to me hurt me a lot. We were the closest of all my kids, me and you. And when you come to my house for a barbecue,
Yeah.
right? And
I was attacked.
No, I was sitting there.
He had no ill will when we showed up to that barbecue. That was months of not being spoken to. That was holidays that we were excluded from. We went there wanting to hash things out. And the minute we walk out, he's like, hey, call the cops, in a joking manner. And this guy's like, come in, shut up and sit down. And we're like, what?
You pushed me. He's talking about He did it, not me. First of all, when you came over here at the barbecue, he was drunk. You're just like constant drinker, and I don't want to handle your ass over there. I was joking. Call the cops. Blah blah blah. How can you say?
You are not able to contain yourself.
He has a lot of hate in his heart against me, bro. No, I'm not letting you, barber. He's a drunk. You're not drunk, bro. You are. No. You're drinking just as much as anybody, bro. Who drinks like you do it?
Where's the compassionate listening?
There's no compassion. Like you're gonna be put in a spot to face reality. You too.
Andre.
I don't even care about being around you. Okay, so good. So keep it to yourself. I don't care.
This is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound so crazy. But there is a better chance of Andre moving on and being cordial than there is of Charlie. Because Charlie has always had a problem with Andre from the very, very, very beginning. And even then, Andre, to a certain degree, tried. To a certain degree. But no matter what, Charlie was always a... And you know, it was the wedding. The wedding was a pinnacle point for me. I was like, rah, this guy even wants to pipe up on the wedding in Moldova. The wedding in Moldova. I was like, yeah, this is going to be emotional moving forward. And Charlie's just too stubborn. It's crazy because him and Andre are bad as each other, but I think Charlie is slightly worse, to be honest with you. I feel like his stubbornness is at a different level. His evilness is at a different level. He's more calculated to a certain degree, to be honest with you. Not greatly calculated, but he's a bit more calculated. And his missus, his girlfriend, is exactly the same as him. Or I don't know if they're married or whatever, because she's the one who came up with the idea last week of, you know, what if we were to purposely getting deported? Wink, wink. But anyway, we continue.
Mom was saying, but Elizabeth's family was close before she met me. But it's not true. The relationship that they had before me was so up with the screaming and the bickering and the aggression. That's all they know. That's how they've been raised. All of those people are blaming me for their problems because they cannot handle the fact that the family are the fault of this, not me.
How do you allow your son-in-law to attack him in your own house?
Yeah.
That is why I was pointing my finger, because of that.
You're doing just
nothing else.
same thing now.
So you can push somebody and just get away
He
with
got
it.
out of his face, Libby.
You gotta let other people speak. Okay, we're gonna do it. I didn't want to have to do it, but we're gonna do it. If you're holding this, you're the one talking, and you're either talking to me or to one other person.
I'll go first.
It's about time, man, because they needed to be treated as kids. There's no adults at the table right now, or in the room, yeah.
Okay?
It seems as though there is a pattern happening here with people feeling that they're being isolated from Libby's life. And there is a common denominator in that being Andre. So I think a lot of us fear that no one is off limits. And it also feels that she doesn't really have her own voice in the matter.
So can you pass the ball over to her?
I hear that you're saying that you think that my husband heavily influenced me.
Well, let me have the ball. Can I speak?
No, because I'm not finished. We want to talk to Libby. I'm still like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. He doesn't influence that whatsoever. Even if he might not be on good terms with you guys at that time, I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm not going to go because you don't like them right now.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's good to hear. My family is putting the blame on my husband for every little situation instead of taking responsibility for their actions. My husband actually has opened my eyes because for so many years, I have like this anger and this anxiety and I didn't know why. And he's like, it's your mother effing family. And it's true because there's so much dysfunction.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm actually going to have to support Libby on this one, to be fair with you. Because sometimes in life, you know, when you're around certain people, they can actually open your eyes to how your family really is. And I think, to be honest with you, we already know that there was issues within the family pre his existence. And at the end of the day, because there already was issues before that, all it took was for someone to come in and expose him that a little bit more. And pretty much that's exactly what Andre has done. Do you know what I mean? Now, of course, the way he's done it hasn't been the best way. Can't agree with the way he's done it at all, but there's still massive truth within what's being said. And that is pretty much what matters the most, of that there is truth in it. And the saddest part about it is that this family will never know how to move on, because again, all they want to do is put the blame. Because you remove Andre out of the conversation, remove him out of this room. Is there a conversation that's going to be had that's going to be correct? No, because if you remove him out of the conversation, what's going to happen is that they're all going to walk away with no answers. They're going to walk away with no answers anyway. But what's going to happen is pretty much there's going to be someone else who's going to be the new target. And that new target could either be Libby, it could be Chuck, or it could be Charlie. It could even be the mother. But it's probably going to be, you know what, flat out, I'm going to say that if Andre wasn't in the room, wasn't in the family, the targets would be Chuck and Libby. That's what I'm going to say personally. Based on the fact that Chuck has already said that, you know, broken home. Somebody's dropped here, somebody's dropped there. And we can even see the division in the room. We can see how Chuck is sitting here, and then we got Libby and Andre next to him. And everyone else is all the way on the other side. That, everyone else on the other side is the problem. Every single one of those people on that side have not taken accountability for anything. They just keep complaining. Because when Chuck started talking at the very beginning, he was just talking about the room as a whole. He didn't single no one else, everyone as a whole. Then Charlie spoke. As soon as Charlie spoke, he mentioned Andre. As soon as he mentioned Andre, all of a sudden, the sisters mentioned Andre. You see what I'm saying, okay? And then obviously when you got Libby now trying to divert the conversation away from Andre and to make it about everyone, the same way that Chuck did, what happens? The response is Andre. So the matter of the fact is though, it is sad that Chuck and Libby are trying to have a conversation with the family about the whole family, but no matter what Chuck and Libby say, the family say Andre. That is the problem. You cannot keep putting everything on Andre. He has, of course, he's been a problem maker, but not everything is his fault because you had problems in the family anyway. And this is the good thing that I like to see about Chuck and Libby in this situation. It tells me and shows me that these two are here because they genuinely want to get the family solutions out of the way. The family issues out of the way. They definitely want to solve a lot of things. They don't want to just solve the division. They want to divide everything else, but the rest of them, literally bodies shifted facing where? Andre, Libby, and Chuck, but to be more specific, Andre. And it's sad. It is absolutely sad. Like, this family is pathetic. Accountability, please.
Their relationships are fake and gossip. And of course I wish things were better, but me choosing to not talk to certain people is my decision. My husband's not controlling it.
I do want to say something. Honestly, you know, you guys are a husband and wife. You have every right to announce your pregnancy however you want to. However, why wouldn't you tell the baby's grandmother? I found out through social media that you were pregnant.
I hear that you were hurt by that, and I'm sorry. I wasn't intending to hurt anybody.
For some reason, over the last year, with everything else going on, Andre's trying to shut me out from being around you as well.
There we go. Now, Mum's also saying Andre. Every single person from the right side, I think, of Chuck, all saying Andre, and there we go.
And he's told me that he's doing that.
I will. I told you directly.
I mean, are you okay with that? I mean, I'm not. I mean, you're my daughter, and I love you. And I mean, who is he to say that we can't see each other?
I'm her husband. I just have to respond to that because
Sure.
Okay, so first, Pam, the fact that I said that I will isolate you. For instance, is like the trust come from recent events that we had in our life. Because like I have like some problems with immigration right now. So like we had an immigration interview, and like when they told me like that somebody might reported you and they want you not to achieve your green card or whatever you are.
So do you think someone sabotaged your...
Yeah, somebody sabotaged.
Our lawyer advised us that is a possibility.
Yeah, and I was like, I cannot trust anybody. I just took over here. How can I trust somebody that they may have
Are you
reported?
making that up? Can we get proof from your immigration lawyer?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I went to the office.
The office, the lawyer, whatever. You're saying that someone in our
Yes, I'm saying that.
Do you have proof of that?
I don't have
Can you
proof of
garnish
that.
proof of that?
It takes only one phone
Because I
call.
think you could be making that up.
But you can say whatever you want right now. That's what I'm saying. It's reality. Somebody can have a phone call or an email, and that's all it takes. Like, we care about, like, you, bro? Like, we're gonna report you?
He's just saying the attorney's like,
The
that's all.
attorney told us.
What are you talking about? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get Andre deported, bro. Like, no, nobody does that.
The way they all reacted to what he said. Very suspect.
The fact that he would accuse our family, saying we call it immigration on him, hey, bro, nobody even knows about your immigration status.
We don't know anything about immigration.
Like, you're not that important.
Absolutely not.
Nobody called immigration, Andre. Who knows about your immigration status? What do you mean who knows? Because I came here on a visa.
This family therapy session. It's a waste of time. I don't believe any of them. They're just disgusting. I need to cut them off because we have much more serious problems than these bastards to think about. Me and Libby, we've been through a lot already, but if I'm gonna end being deported, Libby's definitely gonna come with me. It's not even a discussion. We're a family. We're going everywhere together.
This guy, man, like no matter what happens, she's coming with me. That's the end of case closed. That's the end of that segment. Case closed. She's not. She deserves a voice, but of course, we already know Libby's gonna go with him anyway. I will say this though, despite how everything is portrayed with this family, you know, I do not doubt that Libby and Andre are in love. I don't doubt that. To be fair, I don't doubt their relationship. You know, I do generally believe that they are generally in love and they are happy together despite all the madness. I could never take that away from them personally because it's not like they show cracks the same way as Yara and Joey does and everyone else does, to be fair. In a nutshell, to be honest, out of all the couples on this season, they're the ones that have had the most secure relationship because their relationship and their argument has never actually had anything to do with them two actually having a disagreement with their relationship. It's always been a disagreement of her family. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else is actually themselves, you know, which is quite crazy. But anyway, at the end of the day, we all knew that this therapy session was never going to go in the right direction. Obviously, we've got the tell-all coming up now anyway, the 4 parts, so it's going to be quite interesting to see exactly how that goes down itself in particular. But boy, man, like, it is what it is at this moment in time. The way I see it is that this family needs to start taking accountability for each and every one of their own involvement in the situation between the family madness and not target that one person, because as long as they're targeting that one person, Andre, the more and more this family is always going to be like this. I mean, listen, Chuck said himself and the ex-wife, he couldn't even say her name. That was quite epic. But anyway, thank you so much for your time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.